There's some financial things that everybody should know, and the earlier you learn it, the better your life may end up. These are 3 tips that I wish I knew when I was younger, and it doesn't matter how old you are, nobody's too old to start learning new financial tips or even the basics. So if you're older, please do stick around, hopefully you learned something, and let's get on with it. So the first thing that I wish I knew when I was younger was that credit cards are not a bad thing if used the right way. They're actually one of the very best tools you can have to build your credit score and literally get free rewards, even money, straight back to your account. So let's go ahead and cover what I mean by this, but I do want to preface that this is not for everybody, and you'll know why in just a moment. With a credit card, as long as you pay it off every single month in full, you will never pay extra money. You're never going to accrue any interest as long as you're paying it off, and you're only going to benefit from the programs that are offered with your card, such as bonus points or miles or other programs that give you those rewards. And this is true of every credit card out there. The whole point of a credit card system is for those companies to make money by you not paying off your balance. Now, where the issue comes is that if you think you're going to be able to pay off your card and something comes up and you accrue that interest, that's where you're losing your money. Or if you're just not very reliable with yourself, you're not very confident in your ability to pay off your card or to remember, that's again an issue. That's going to be where that balance starts to add up, you miss your payment date, and you start accruing interest. So you have to know who you are. Are you someone that believes you can absolutely pay this off every single month? Do you have that financial ability? Are you able to keep it under control? And that's going to lead you to your answer if you're able to have a card and be responsible with it. Now, something else to keep in mind with a credit card, you don't have to utilize it a ton. You can utilize it for a $10 purchase once a month, and that's it. And it's still going to build your credit score up, and you don't have to worry about paying many fees off, because as long as you're just paying off that $10 once a month, you're good to go. But even if you somehow forget, which you shouldn't, to pay off that $10, it's not going to accrue a bunch of interest. It's going to cost you just a couple bucks to pay that off, if that. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't have to be using it for every single purchase. You can use it very responsibly for one single item a month that you buy every single month or whatever it may be, and still build up your credit score and even possibly still get those rewards. So it's something to look into. It's not a horrible thing, even though a lot of people try to make it seem very negative. If you're responsible, if you know who you are, it's one of the best tools out there. I do want to thank today's sponsor of the video, which is Dossier. It really does help me out. Dossier reproduces classic high-end luxury scents at a fraction of the price, keeping the exact same high quality by cutting out all the expenses and the brand tax. Dossier has also just released a new line of candles for the first time ever, and I have one to try here. First of all, I can tell you straight out of the box, it's an amazing smell, and there are currently 4 different scents that you can choose from. So if you are looking for a new scent for your home, Dossier candles are the way to go. There are free exchanges and returns forever. Dossier has a welcome offer with up to 20% off the website. However, you can get up to 30% off your first order by using the discount link in the description of my video. Dossier has a new payment method that lets you earn store credit. Select cash at the last step of the checkout and you can earn yourself a $10 bonus credit and even get rewarded with 10% store credit on every order after that. The next thing is investing in the stock market, and this is something you're going to hear for everybody, but it's for a reason. And this is something that I learned very early on. When I turned 18, I started researching how to invest in the stock market and what's the safest ways, what's the best way to make money, all these different things. And it took me about 9 months before I felt comfortable dipping my toes in that water and seeing what it was like. So I started by opening a Robinhood account. I put in like $50 at the beginning. I bought a share of AMD and it felt interesting. It's something that I had never done before. It's like it kind of just opened a new window into the fact that it doesn't have to be that scary. So my biggest point here is start with whatever you can. Nowadays, there's free trading, meaning you're not paying fees, and you can even buy fractional shares. So money is not an issue. At the very least, dip your toes in the water, buy $5 worth of something just to see how it feels. You'll be very surprised with how comfortable you end up getting with the systems at hand in the stock market, the different brokerage accounts and all that. And I do have plenty of videos out there covering stock market stuff and different brokerages, as well as the best bonus, the welcome bonus for joining different brokerages, meaning you'll get some bonus rewards. So you guys can check that video out as well. But my main point is investing in the stock market almost never fails over the long run. If you stick to a plan like dollar cost averaging, which is putting a set amount of money in every single month, The historical rates of the stock market almost never fail anyone as long as you're diversified and you're invested in safe and responsible stocks. And you don't even have to do that actively anymore. You can buy an index fund like VOO, which will track the top 500 companies in the United States for you, and it's kind of just put the money in and leave it. You don't even have to think about it. So there's many different ways to go about it, but you do at least want to start educating yourself there and testing those waters and seeing how it feels. It's something that you can almost guarantee not to regret later down the line, unless a massive collapse happens, in which case it won't really matter because we're all in the same boat, and if the whole market crashes for the next 50 years straight, everybody's going to be in trouble at that rate anyways. My final piece of advice is a little bit more simple, and it's something that a lot of people do get caught up in, especially when you're watching finance videos. It can be easy to wish you had this or wish you had that knowledge earlier. That's what I'm trying to help with here, of course, but it's don't compare yourself to others. There's always going to be someone that has more money than you, and I want you to think about that literally. There's only one person on the whole planet that can say, no one has more money than me. That means that every other human on the planet knows that there's someone out there with more money, knows that there's someone out there with something better, if you will. So don't worry about other people's money. There's always going to be someone bigger out there, and you have to worry about what's yours and what feels good to you. On the flip side, there's always going to be people with less money. So if people are budgeting super hardcore and you found yourself in a good position, you also don't need to stress too much about putting every single thing away. If you've been working hard, if you've been working smart, you're okay to enjoy the things you want to enjoy. So overall, just do what works for you. Don't always feel bad about spending money on fun things in life, and don't always stress to put away every single dollar. You do want to balance your lifestyle out to give yourself the best chance to kind of ride it out and grow your money over the long term, while also doing things that will make you enjoy today. So overall, focus on you. Don't worry about other people. There's always going to be more money out there. There's always going to be different situations. And as long as you're happy and feeling responsible with your money and on a financial plan that's going to work for you, that's all that matters. So those are 3 tips that I wish I knew earlier. It can be hard to keep track sometimes, and you can kind of forget the long-term goal, which is just you and your money and your financial journey. So keep that in mind. Just work on things that's going to work for your lifestyle and keep going. There's never a better time to start investing than today, and it will pay off dividends quite literally in the long term. If you guys want to learn more about financial information, the stock market, crypto, etc., go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. I've got plenty of videos out there, and we'll be making plenty more. Comment down below, what is one thing that you wish you learned earlier, and I'll be sure to read all the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later. Peace.